Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So last week I posted our container going off, and a frequent question that I've gotten is, why on earth are you moving back to Jamaica? And sometimes when people ask me that, I get really offended. To be honest, I get offended because I'm thinking, why not? Why can't I move to anywhere I see fit for me and my family? And so I thought I would do this video to talk a little bit about why I'm really going back home. So I moved to Switzerland in 2014, and before Switzerland I was in Trinidad and Tobago where I was studying. So I actually left Jamaica in 2004, and it wasn't planned for me to come and live to Switzerland, but I met my husband, and after Trinidad it was Switzerland. And I've been here now for 11 years, and I think after year one, I knew I wasn't going to stay here for any long period of time. I knew this is not where I was going. It wasn't going to be my forever home. And I think since then, I have always been thinking of when I'm going back home or when I go home. Or when I go home. You don't want to play in the shadow? Yes. You want to play in the sandpit?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful. Yeah, go make mommy a coffee. Can you make me a coffee, please?
Of course.
Of course. Thank you. It was always when I'm going back home, not if or but or maybe. So, alright, here's the first reason from back then why I always think I want to go back home. I miss the community. I miss my culture. I miss my family. I miss my mother. At one point, I felt like, oh my God, I wish I was a teenager again. I would go back home, lie in my mother's bed, and just be her daughter, be her little daughter. Of course, we know that cannot happen because I'm a grown woman with responsibilities, but that's how I felt. And it was because I was missing that sense of belonging and community. And while Switzerland is very beautiful and there are some friendly people, there's this aspect of community for me that is missing. And people here are very individualistic, so they really stick to themselves and their family, and that has always been a struggle for me. And so that was one of my first reasons why I wanted to go back home. Also, my son is bringing my coffee. Also, the language barrier. One might argue you can learn the language, which is true. Shut on. Where's the coffee? Where's the coffee? Look at the coffee. Thank you. Is that mommy's coffee?
Yeah, mama coffee.
Thank you so much. Now I feel for an ice cream. Can you make me an ice cream, please? Okay, baby. Thank you. Yes, so that was with the language. One could argue that you can learn the language, but I found it very difficult trying to adjust to the new life, learning the language, and it wasn't going anywhere. Honestly, it wasn't going anywhere. Another reason, this reason came up recently, is that my husband got sick, and again, this community is missing. So everything is you have to pay for. Of course, I expect to pay for service in Jamaica, but it's different. People in Jamaica will give a helping hand. I have my mom nearby, my sisters nearby, friends nearby, so it's different. Sometimes it's not even you don't want them to do something for you, but it's just the fact that they're there. You can meet with them, you can talk, you can share your concerns, and so that's also a reason of late why I'm decided now we have to do it. Also, I'm Jamaican. We leave Jamaica to go far and go work, right? I make money. And at this point, I cannot do that. I am his full-time caregiver. I have this small child. I cannot work. I cannot go out and work. So the state is taking money from me or from us, and I am not earning anything basically. So I was like, it doesn't make sense. Might as well I go back home where the cost of living is not as high as here. And so that's also another reason why I've decided now is the time to go back home. Thank you, Shadon. This is ice cream. Ooh. Thank you, Shadon. He said, you're welcome. Yeah. Go and make yourself an ice cream. Make Shadon an ice cream. Yes, so yeah, that is where that is. Where was I? Just a minute. I lost my chain of thought. Right. So another reason why I decided to go home now is Shadon again. He's getting older, and the school system here is great to a lot of extent. But for me, because of the language barrier, I feel like I will not be able to support him as much as I need to. When David, my first son, was younger, Hano helped a lot. But now that Hano is sick, he can still help Shadon, but I want to be able to help my child with his homework, with his assignments, homework assignments, to communicate with other parents effectively. And so that was another reason why I decided it's time to go now. There are some other reasons for sure, but the weather here, I hate winter. I get quite depressed when it's winter time, to be honest, and I don't like it. And yeah, I don't like it. So the weather was one thing as well. The cost of living, it's very expensive to live here, and I love Switzerland, but trust me, everything is about money. Everything is about money, and they will just charge you for, they penalize you by having you pay for everything, and it doesn't matter your the state of your health, it doesn't matter your financial status, it doesn't matter. Their aim is to get money. Right, and this last reason might surprise some people, but it is just my truth, and I cannot say it any other way. The country is too orderly for me, and that's my honest truth. It's too orderly. Jamaica has its problem, it's disorderly and whatever, and I'm not going to say I'm happy with that, but you can't find ideal, but Switzerland is way too orderly for me, and I just cannot function. Sometimes I literally lie in the sofa and stay in the sofa and do nothing because it's extremely orderly. And what is required of you as a household or as a person, it's just way too much. It's overwhelming, and you find yourself in a cycle, going to work or doing whatever you have to do, or organizing your garbage, bringing that said garbage to a specific area, putting them in a specific, which it keeps the country clean, it keeps the country running, all the order that they have. But for me, it gets overwhelming, and I've heard other people complain about it, even people who are from here, and I'm not asking them to change their way of life or how they operate or how they run the country. It works, right? But it doesn't work for me. I get very overwhelmed when I have to do all these things, and I'm just using the garbage as an example, but it's basically everything. Everything is super orderly, and sometimes to the point where it doesn't make sense. that's the truth, to the point where it doesn't make sense. And even the enforcers of these laws sometimes says, well, it's just the law. But they also know that this doesn't really make any sense. But anyways, just to say this is my truth, and that is one of the reasons why I would prefer to go. I am going home. Really, I'm going back home and having Jamaica as my base. Right, and I'm sure there are other reasons why I'm going. And when I think, because I did this video just off the top of my head, and you know, with real reasons, real deep reasons why I really want to go. But when I have, if I think about anything else, I can always do another video. But yeah, that's the reason why I am. Those are the main reasons, I would say, why I am going back home. You know, it's to have more community, more family time with my family and my relatives, and yeah, that's kind of the most important thing in life, right? Is to be with your loved ones. And I'm my mother's only child. I'm all the way here, she's all the way there. We're not getting any younger, and yes, it's we have to make a decision. Okay, guys, the next time I see you on here, I will be wrapping up my stay here in Switzerland. So I'll see you in that one. I hope you watch that video, because I will be saying my farewell to Switzerland after 11 years. See you in the next one. Oh, by the way, if you are not following me on TikTok, go over and follow me on TikTok. I am posting a lot of things with me and the baby and what we're doing during the day, books that we're reading. And join us if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you don't have kids, if you're aspiring parents, you want to be over there. And we have some things coming in the pipeline for when we move to Jamaica. So see you there soon. Bye.